They smell really bad. However, even with the back door not open, I don't like cats, but I wouldn't swing one. Anyway, what a glorious day. Typical on the day that I've decided to spend the first night in the truck. It's absolutely lashing it down. So this is going to be interesting. However, yes, we are well on our way. And after 2 years of waiting for this moment, we now finally have our first evening alone in the truck. And thankfully, there is no dad. So that means there is no wild boar snoring his snout off to keep me awake. So this is going to be a real good test of whether the actual truck itself is really good to sleep in, with how well it's insulated and the pod itself, etc. So I'm going to take you along for the ride, and I'll keep you updated. Alright, just made a little pit stop at Sainsbury's just to grab some food and some essentials for the evening. And thankfully, I mean, I'm not holding it out, but it's stopped raining, so that might be quite nice. I was really hoping the spot I've picked for tonight is meant to be really beautiful. I've not stayed there before, so I was really hoping to get the drone up, get some really cool shots of the truck, of the camper. Seems as it is the first occasion in it. So hopefully the sun does appear and we get somewhat of a dry evening, but we'll see. We've got about 40 minutes to get to where I want to get, and then I'm gonna have to kind of like scout a spot because it's somewhere I've not been. However, that should be pretty straightforward because the location I've chosen is relatively vast and relatively quiet. I'll see you there.
They are saying on the radio, school's closed, life is a la mode. We'll sing that one, we don't know how it goes.
Tell you what, this place is incredible. I've never been here in my life. I've parked the truck just over here somewhere. I'm just scouting out to see if there's a better positioned spot for me, but check this out.
But we're close. Life is a la mode.
That's us for the night. I do really want to drive down here because I could fit just here. However, there is a sign about ground nesting birds, so I think I'll do the respectful thing and not disturb them by coming down here. However, imagine this is your morning view.
So put your eyes in mine and down the road.
I think we're going to park here for the evening. Check this view from this side window. Just appreciate this for 5 seconds. So I'm just going to sort a few bits around the van, put the gas on, put the fridge on, get some food out, and just get myself comfy in the van because I need to make my bed, put some clothes away, and just do some bits before I kind of settle down for the evening. So I'll see you shortly.
closing up shop, closing up my store.
And hi, if you're new here, my name's Lou. I recently just bought this truck camper and my plan is to move into it full time at the end of this month to go traveling for a very long period. So if you like views like this, mountains and big side quests, and you're also interested in the truck, then follow along. All right, it's time for the first meal in the truck. I kept it super simple. I'm gonna make some hickory smoked beef brisket burgers with sriracha burger melt cheese. Let's see how this goes. Oh, actually, I bought an onion, some pepper, everything. Oh, this onion's not great. Cannot lie. I think already one of the things that I really want to add to this truck, not that there's really anything that would make it much different, however, very, very small minor changes would be a extra bit of workspace here so that I'm not having to sit down or bend down to use the dining table.
I know this city doesn't need me no more. And I know it ain't no mystery.
I think we're doing pretty well. One of my concerns with cooking in here was that it would really smell really bad. However, even with the back door not open, side windows open, roof vent open, it actually smells pretty good. So we've got the beef brisket burgers going down. We've got some sriracha melts. We've got the brioche rolls or buns. And then we've got this view. First meal in the truck. Some beef brisket burgers. Never really seen these before. Very good. I don't drink very often, but I feel like this is quite a big special occasion. I've waited 2 years to get a truck camper, and now we finally have it. It seems slightly surreal, and if I'm honest, it's way better than any of my expectations. The living space inside of this thing is like a spaceship. There's so much space. You could swing several cats. I don't like cats, but I wouldn't swing one. Anyway, cheers to the truck. Prost, skål, and here's to many more nights in this thing. Cheers.
I'm going on back to bear country. My back is broke, my head is numb. This new generation's making me feel old and dumb. The road is dark, but I can't see. I know I'm getting close to bear country. The city was killing me, now I know. And it was hurting, it was taking its toll. It'll take my body, but it'll never take my...
First disaster of the trip. I just absolutely yeeted the bin off the side of the door. So we'll get the old toolkit out and see what we can do. We should be able to fix it quite easily, to be honest. What have we got? Will you fit? Oh, she will. Tell you what, there's only real van life here. That's gonna have to be re-drilled, I think. But for now, can we just... Yeah, we can just get it in for now. Maybe some bigger screws in the same hole will probably do a job for us. First night in it by myself and already breaking things. Let's hope this puppy goes back on it. Yeah, that's not gonna last. Never mind. I've made some dinner. I think that's me for the evening. The burgers were very good, actually. Went for a little walk around the lake. There's lots of birds. There's lots of sheep. There's also quite a cool dam here as well, but I couldn't quite get around to see it. So hopefully fly the drone in the morning and be able to have a better look at it. But I'm so made up with this truck. Like, I knew that it was going to be fun. I knew that it was going to be cool, but the actual livability of it is something that I was perhaps a little bit concerned about. However, spending just a few hours in it alone this evening has put any concerns that I might have had completely out of the window. So I'm gonna make a cup of tea, I'm gonna watch some Clarkson's Farm on my iPad, and then we're gonna get an early night.
I'll take my body, but I'll never take my soul. Take my body, but I'll never take my soul.
This almost concludes the first night in the truck camper by myself. I think I alluded to the fact earlier that this is everything I wanted and more. And I think because I am so spontaneous and I feel like I've really missed having the freedom and the ability to go wherever I want and not be burdened by hotel or car or accommodation, all of these other things that come into factors when you want to go for a hike or a swim or a paddle or any of these things that I like to do. Now having this as a base camp, a home, whatever you want to call it, just unlocks all of that freedom again. And I'm so excited to spend summer in it. And I'm so excited to see what adventures, what countries, and where we can take it, because tonight really has felt unbelievable. And maybe it's the novelty, maybe it's because it's new. From my previous experience of living in vans, this is by far the best blend of space, size, comfort, and accessibility in regards to where the truck can actually go. So yeah, I am super excited. I've got huge summer plans, of which I will announce and talk through in a couple more videos. But for now, I'm going to watch the end of Clarkson's Farm and get some sleep. So I will see you in the morning. Good morning. That might have been one of the worst night's sleep I've had in a van in forever. The wind and the rain was relentless, and at one point I thought I'm gonna have to move the truck because it was so loud. However, I was super warm, super toasty, and had the truck not been moving around like a boat on choppy waters, I probably would have got a really good night's sleep. So that being said, I think it's extra caffeine this morning. So let's put some coffee on.
And I will walk till I fall to my knees, until my heart stops, until it starts to bleed. My heart will always be in bear country. My heart will always be in bear country. The city was killing me, now I know. And it was hurting, it was.
And that concludes our first solo night in the truck. I tell you what, this is an absolutely beautiful spot, and I think if the wind wasn't so bad and the rain wasn't so bad, then it would have been a really, really peaceful night. Didn't hear one car all night, not one person, just a few sheep and a few noisy curlews. But if anything, it's just given me some real excitement for what's coming up this summer. I've got probably the biggest expedition, side quest, adventure, whatever you want to call it, coming up. So I'm really excited now that I've spent an evening in it, kind of figured out a few different things to get going. So thanks for joining on this adventure. There will be multiple adventures to come. I am hoping and planning to bring a video every Monday and every Thursday. So if I do not do that, then please hold me accountable. But if I don't see you before then, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Taking its toll, take my body, but it'll never take my soul. Take my body, but it'll never take my soul. Take my body, but it'll never take my soul.